Hello, Aquarius. How are you? Welcome back to Path of Enlightenment Tarot. For those of you returning to the channel, welcome back. And for those of you who are new, welcome. I am Nicole. The camera kicked on its own, so I don't know if I'm going to sneeze or not sneeze. I don't know what's happening, so bear with me if I do. My apologies. We're just going to roll with it, though. All right, Aquarius, this is going to be for your sun, moon, rising, and your Venus. This is kind of like just a check-in at the end of February. I was trying to get a second round of readings out to everybody, but I would like to have done it sooner, but here we are. So we're going to roll with what it is, right? So cross watcher, if you are joining us, welcome as well. Discern the messages accordingly. Thank you to everybody who's liked, shared, subscribed, commented, and those of you that have booked personal reads with me. I greatly appreciate you. Channel memberships are open and available as well. So with that, Aquarius, let's just do a quick energy check-in, see what's going on with you, anything you need to know, anything that's new, anything that's heavy. Spirit, are you feeling blue? Like they're rhyming this morning. Okay. All right, Aquarius, let's see what's going on. All right, Spirit, for Aquarius, what do they need to know here at the end of February, moving them into March? Any news? Spirit, saying any news is old news, Aquarius. Like, I don't know, you may be trying to keep tabs on something or somebody or out of sensitivity. Give it back. What is this about? Give it back. This is all I have to give. Aquarius, remember, okay, Backstreet Boys, way back in the day. My love is all I have to give. That's what I'm hearing. Illusion. And then omen. Somebody told you at some point you needed to let this go. You didn't let this go. You're dealing with somebody who couldn't let something go. The illusion is now coming to a head here, and whatever that is, Aquarius, for you. This is like a long time kind of coming. You could have jumped into something knowing that maybe it wasn't going to be great. It's kind of like giving me the theme of like the grass isn't always greener on the other side. I don't know that you necessarily gave something up to get to the other side, but sometimes just staying in your own yard may have been beneficial, Aquarius. And literally, I said it, letting go, divine intervention. Look, letting go, right? There's something here that's just like, this is all that I had to give you. You could have been dealing with somebody who wanted more, right? This could be very much somebody who was into money or things or possessions, and all you had to give was that love, right? Like, my love is all I have to give. And realizing that when that is not enough, you showing up in whatever capacity that you were is not enough, then it's like, now what do I do, right? So a pretty specific message. This isn't going to be for everybody, but yeah, like the things or the themes, Aquarius, are lining up and lighting up. The last 2 years when it comes to stuff like this could have been real important to you, and you could feel kind of like ostracized, put out to pasture in a way, right? Like, I've done all of these things and I've tried this and that. Aquarius, what way are you loving, giving, or doing that is kind of putting yourself in a position that allows for these things to happen? And I think a couple years ago, I seen something like this for you about a year or two ago, where it's the way you go about doing it, right? And it's not that you're doing anything wrong. Like, you're coming into this with whatever it is, hug, right? Best of intentions, trying to be loving, caring, nurturing. But it's the way you go about it. Like, what I would ask you, Aquarius, like, ask yourself, what is your love language? How do you show people that you love? How do you show people that you care? And how can that be taken, misconstrued, and then abused in such, right? If you allow it to get there. And then being upset with yourself, the illusion, right, of how you got there to begin with, right? Because you bought it. You bought something, right? You bought a picture, a lie, a story, something to that effect. I did a video for the channel members today, and in very brief here, I talked about the story that we tell ourselves, right? So was there a story here, Aquarius, that you told yourself about how this would all just somehow come together one day magically, and it hasn't? This is a repeating pattern, though. That's the thing that Spirit's showing me, that this isn't the first time that this has been a situation for you in this regards. And look, literally missing you. So this could very well have to do with a partnership, right? Or just the dynamic around. Let's look at that encounter. So you've made, look, sacrifice, loss of control, nothingness. Somebody here has lost connection with something and or somebody, hoping that it would be more, that would come to be more. This person, the feminine in this situation, feels younger to me. Doesn't have to be, but it's like I knew I loved you before I met you, right? Like I knew that this was going to be a thing, or we could do this, or we could make that happen. I feel somebody really being drawn into a way that someone else is living, being, doing, and it's like always waiting for the next moment, the next time. It could even kind of borderline a little obsessive in this situation. So, you know, being aware of where that need for that type of dynamic is coming from, or again, maybe in this case, Aquarius too, for you, what your love language is. You know, to one person, a hug from somebody is not necessarily a love language. It's something that they give to all of their friends. Maybe to you, that's like, ooh, I would never hug somebody unless I want to be really close to them, right? So just again, an example, and this may be somebody you're dealing with as well, but it's the love language here that speaks how you interact with other people, right, Aquarius? So I would be aware of that and really start to examine those parts of yourself, of how you interact, what your love language is, what your body language is, how you convey things. And again, not saying that they're wrong, right? But I think that's the beauty of you, Aquarius, is like to be able to look at something and go, hey, like, I'm a free-minded thinker, right? Like that's Aquarius. You're free flying in energy of, let's see how far this can take us, right? But you're also a fixed sign, so you see everything very much in your way. But this is where Spirit is asking you to step out of your way and going, how do other people see this interaction? How do other people take this interaction? How could it be misconstrued if they're unhealthy or low vibrational? If they're on a positive, how could it be construed? Not expecting what you would expect from others, from them, because you're going to be disappointed, right? You're going to be disappointed. So this is looking at each individual and each interaction as its own thing versus how you think that it's going to go, right? Tying an expectation of who a person is, because this is where you've painted them, right? So, and they could be showing you somebody very different. 7 of Pentacles, there's the investment, right? There's the investment, there's the planning, waiting for something to grow from that. It's like, this is all I have to give, right? This psychometry card and the 7 of Pentacles is like the same kind of feeling, like he's got his hand extended and he's standing there waiting. Everybody is just kind of like waiting, right? Like, well, let's see what happens here. I don't feel like there's a whole lot happening, Aquarius, in this particular situation. All right, what is this hydromancy, illusion, and miss you? Again, some of you could be waiting on news, conversation. There could be conflicts, issues around the idea of what this means, sadness, apathy. It could spell trouble in a lot of ways because you're feeling left out, alone, abandoned, neglected in some sense. Somebody could be waiting by a set of train tracks, taking the next train, right? Somebody could listen to, wasn't Aretha Franklin? Or was it Midnight Train to Georgia? Was that Aretha Franklin? I can't even think right now. But something to that effect. But it's like also being careless. When we get careless with our energy, Aquarius, are we being defensive because we got careless because we don't want to admit that we are wrong? Or we've made a bad decision when it comes to somebody as well. What is this here in the center, Spirit? Ace of Wands, the Moon. I think that here's the kicker, and I'm going to kind of 3 of Swords, literally, Aquarius. King of Cups, you could be dealing with a Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, or Leo. Doesn't have to be. The thing to this, Aquarius, is really very simple. Complex, but yet very simple. Both sides of a situation here had an idea of what something should look like, what this encounter would be, what this action towards each other would be, what the purpose, what the passion, what the vitality was of a particular situation. Everybody in the situation having their own agenda, their own thought process, their own way of how this would work. One person could have been a great communicator while the other one stayed silent. this misunderstanding is causing a lot of heartbreak. I think that somebody had more feelings for a situation. This could even be a job, right? Somebody had more feelings for a situation that is allowing, than the other side is allowing for there to be, or is interested or invested in wanting with someone or something. Some of this is being driven by the ego, right? Going, I know that this is what I want or I need, or this person wants and they need. But ultimately, Aquarius, like this situation, like the end all be all to this is that everybody goes their separate ways, because it's like the idea that when there's been too much damage done, some people can't find forgiveness, or they just can't kind of, you have to kind of distance yourself from the situation. That's how this is beginning to feel to me. So what is the end all? 2 of Wands, 7 of Swords, 9 of Pentacles, 5 of Pentacles, Ace of Wands. Again, Page of Swords, 5 of Cups. If you're looking for some sort of apology or communication, I feel like the more and more that this is pushed, there's some anger that's coming in as like, it's like almost like I'm seeing the 7 of Swords as some sort of resentment, and like, you know what, let's just not talk about this. Like, you just go your way and I'm just gonna go mine, and we'll agree to never talk again. 11:11 on the clock. We'll agree to never talk again, and that's just gonna be the way that this ends. And I feel like someone else here is seeking some sort of closure. This has to do with personal acceptance and abandonment wounds also. When we have to hunt down somebody because we don't feel like we're good enough, or like, what did I do wrong? What can I do better? Please explain this to me. The Lover's card, so Gemini energy. 6 of Pentacles, what can I do to fix this? Knight of Pentacles, or Page of Wands. Like somebody, and then the 5 of Wands. It's like, if I keep pushing, will this make it better? Ultimately, the pushing, like the writing is on the wall in this situation. It's dead done. It's over with. It's, if you continue to move forward in this, like the unpredictability, and like you may go, well, this could go 1,000 ways. Okay, fine, fair, it could. But I'm going to tell you that from what I'm seeing here alone is, if this situation is resonating with you, pushing for, maybe a raise, pushing for a position, pushing for that person to come back into your life, pushing for X, Y, and Z, they're not having it. They're not interested in it. So it's like you can push, and it's going to cause bigger problems than it is if you just let it go. Learning to let go. Let bygones be bygones, Aquarius. Or, again, this could be somebody you're dealing with. Meeting, talking, save. I do think at some point there was a really solid feeling around friendship and or connection, relationship with this person. Like, it may have started off really well. Reminiscing, camera, backstabbing. Like, this person may have had other options, and maybe they've seen you more as a friend. Like, if this is a lover situation, maybe they've seen you more as a friend than they've seen you as a lover kind of material, right? And now, like, that's kind of coming to the surface. You wanted more, maybe they didn't, right? And literally, love, narcissist, hammer. You could also be being triggered by somebody of the past as well, or by this situation to the past, because something has not yet been resolved within you. Pay attention to the cycles, Aquarius, that you run into when it comes to these types of situations. They could be a mix of both business, personal, professional, right? All the things. But this is, you could call it unrequited love, right? But I think that this is misunderstandings leads to heartbreak, really, at the end of the day. So, Aquarius, I hope that this was helpful for you. Gave you some insight to whatever is on your mind. Know that something better comes after this period of time, but you also have to learn to let go as well. Whoever needs to let go needs to let go. If you are interested in personal readings, those are open and are being booked into next week. That information can be found in the description box below, as well as the About section of the page. Aquarius, I'm wishing you the very best. Like, share, subscribe, comment, and I will see you all again soon. Take care. Bye-bye.